Good morning and welcome to Legally Speaking with attorney Antoinette Osbourne. This program is for information purposes only. If you need legal advice, you can contact me, Antoinette Osbourne, at 718-502-9137. That's 718-502-9137. The office focuses on divorce, immigration, bankruptcy, real estate, and estate matters. We also do eviction proceedings. There is a second office in Jamaica, West Indies, that focuses on legal representation. If you are looking to buy or sell property in Jamaica, or if you are looking to wrap up an estate. Or just bear with me one moment because I want to ensure I'm visually challenged. So if I look at the computer, I won't be able to see your questions. So I have to look at this on the phone. All right. So I think a text message came on before I even started this morning, and I wanted to address it. Someone keeps sending a message to the office number to talk on WhatsApp. The office number cannot have a WhatsApp account. I think the office in Jamaica does have a WhatsApp account, and I don't remember that number right now. However, someone texted, "Good morning, Miss Osborne. On Wednesday, February 21st, my friend in Jamaica went for her visitor's visa and she was denied. How soon can she try again?" I think she told them she was going to visit her mom, who she has not seen in 30 years. All right, so they don't care how many times you apply for a visitor's visa. It is a discretionary visa. Sometimes it could be that usually they would, if someone is getting denied, often it is because there is a lack of ties. It is completely up to the consular officer's discretion. So this is something that I want you to understand. No one is entitled to the visa. It is a discretionary visa. And anyone who has been to any embassy, sometimes you'll look at the consular officer and you'll hold your fingers that you don't want to get that person because that person from morning is just on denials. So that's, let's see something here. What is the purpose of your trip? I guess these are the questions the officer had asked. And it is, what is the purpose of your trip? What do you do for a living? Where does your mom live? Who files for your mom? All right. Yeah, the purpose of the trip definitely by its very nature that it is to visit. And that's the whole purpose of a visitor's visa. And you have, of course, the business aspect of it that you can do, business transactions. And they wanted to know what they do for a living. So I'll tell you this. Often single people who do not have children and they have no financial ties, often they are the ones, and especially if they're not in their job for, a number of years, unfortunately, often they are the target for that visa to get denied. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. It is a visa. They can go ahead in the next 30 days and apply, especially if the mother is ill. I think that should be brought to the attention of the officer, and you should have some form of documentary proof. All right. So, good morning, June. Good morning, Amarildo, Sandy, and Michelle, and Steffi. Good morning. All right. So, last week, I had specifically mentioned that I am going to be continuing the fiance visa. And if you are tuning in, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget also to like the live, share the live. And if you have any questions, you can post it in the live. You can also call in with your questions. I will answer. All right, so let's go back to the K1 visa, which is the fiance visa. And as discussed last week, it's not a visa that I really like in terms of the disadvantage that can take place with regards to the immigrant. It puts the US citizen in the position nearly as, and I hope I'm not blaspheming here, but nearly as Christ. That citizen spouse is the person who they are like the way, the only way. So if it is that you came on the fiance visa and you never got married, you are not going to be able to get that visa through another spouse, right? What happens is you could, if you did get married, you're going to have to apply for a waiver because you have to go back outside the country to pick up that visa. You're not going to be able to adjust here. Absolutely not. It is so not going to happen for you. If it is that you did get married and then your spouse decides that they're not going to proceed, you know, and I think this is a visa that it really, I would say, humbles the immigrant. You have to be very humble when you come on this visa because you are in a position where, unless your spouse is really going to go forth with that application, you're going to get stuck unless you are a victim of domestic violence. And I'll tell you this, I have had to caution some of my clients where there is absolutely no violence going in the home. But you see, a drowning man will clutch at a straw. And if it is after they have gotten a consultation and they are able to decipher that, look, they're going to get stuck here, then this is where desperation will come in. And being in this country for years without status, this is not a game. This is where true disadvantage takes place with people, whether they are at a job and everyone knows you don't have papers, you're really not supposed to be working. But at the end of the day, people live and they do what they do to survive, especially when they have kids that they have to support. So you may get stuck in a job for years. You really don't like the job, you can't stand the employer, but it's their means of support, you know. Your own family will take advantage of you. So I wanted to take a look at, let me see something here. All right. I just didn't want to make sure that I did not. Sometimes I think last week I did not get to someone's question. I apologize. If you remember your question and you want to post it this week, I will gladly answer it. I just did not get to it last week. So please accept my apologies. All right. So Nicola, if you see that Nicola is here, and of course, you know, Nicola is the moderator. If you see that I'm not answering, just send it to me and I will duly answer. All right, so let's look at this K1 visa, and we're continuing from last week, the whole aspects of the fiance visa, the pros, the cons, how it is available to people, who it is in fact available to. All right, so the actual petition, once USCIS approves it, I had discussed this last week, it lasts for 4 months, right? When the officer gets the visa and he approves you leaving, then he usually gives you the visa to leave for 6 months. Now, when you come to the United States on that visa, you must marry within 90 days. That is the backbone requirement to proceed on this visa. If it is that you fail to marry within 90 days, you still have the option to do an adjustment of status on a spousal visa. So you have lost the whole aspect of proceeding as a fiance. And as long as you're marrying the same spouse, you can still adjust on that visa, right? Now, one of the things that is similar to the spousal visa, because we can't forget we have the whole aspect of marriage fraud, right? And this is something I've spoken about on past shows where this statute was as a result of people complaining, and that's US citizen, as the fiance visa is only available to US citizen. So if you are a green card holder, you have to in fact step your game up. You have to elevate yourself and file to become a citizen. And that's, of course, if you are eligible. I'm not going to encourage anyone who has a green card and who is deportable to file for your citizenship, because this is where now you come to the attention of immigration. So you leave that airport and then all of a sudden you're getting a notice to appear in immigration court. Let's get real. That's the last letter anybody wants to receive. And especially if you cannot apply to cancel the deportation proceedings, court now becomes a nightmare because you have now booked yourself a one-way ticket home. So I have had clients who come in and they need that citizenship, but if they apply for that citizenship, they're sending themselves home. And I understand that for in terms of certain public assistance, certain benefits that you can get, the prospect of getting it is more beneficial if it is that you are a US citizen. If you are not, then you're not gonna get it, right? So let me try and find that text message that just came in. And it says, my daughter filed for her husband since 2023 of last year. She has an account online. One time it was saying 1 week. Now it's saying your case is taking longer than expected. They both have never been married. So probably they are checking into something in the background of both candidates, or it could just be because of a backlog issue. I don't think they really should be worried. If both candidates have, especially a clean history, and not there are no negative connotations concerning their immigration history, they should be fine. If it is that they need more joint documents, then they are going to send out a requisition for them to submit more documents concerning the bona fideness of their marriage. So I don't think they really should be worried. They have, especially with the border crossers, there is a backlog now. This has created an additional backlog as there are more cases to process. So I don't think your daughter should be worried. All right, so someone texted, hold on, no, oh, that's not a text. All right, so let's continue with this. So they get a 2-year card. That 2-year card is such that They are in the position as a conditional resident. They are, in fact, going to be required to remove the conditions in the last 90 days. And this is why anyone who you are very much aware that they have gotten the 2-year green card, I would like you, if you have listened to the radio show or just listening here on YouTube, encourage them, keep your documents, because you have to continue to show that the marriage remained a bona fide marriage, right? All right. Now, if it is that the processing is taking more than 2 years, then that person, if that green card is issued after that 2-year period, and I'm counting the time, right, from the date of marriage. So if it is that at the time the card is being issued, they have been married for more than 2 years, that person is getting a 10-year green card. And what I do see sometimes is when people get the 10-year green card, them just gone. Yeah. Anyway, I am not here to judge you. All right. So someone texted, "Good morning, Miss Osbourne. If I travel on my visiting visa 2 times, will they take it away seeing I haven't used it more often?" No, because you're not a risk. You're not a person who, I'll tell you this, a frequent traveler who is spending months, you appear as if you're coming here to work. You have a job. And back in the day, people used to do the 6 months on and 6 months off. So, they caught up to that. I have seen visas gotten canceled for just staying here for 3 months. So that goes to show, hey, it is what it is. Now, let's take a look. You have to marry within 90 days to get the benefits of the visa. It retains your status as a fiance, right? So you going ahead, you made 90 days pass, and I'll tell you this. If you went ahead and you made the 90 days, you married within the 90 days, but you did not apply for the adjustment, let's say 1 or 2 years after, you can still proceed on that fiance visa as long as you got married within the 90 days. If you fail to marry within the 90 days, then you're going to go ahead and do a spousal application, which of course is more fees. And here it is now, you have the burden now to prove the marriage, right? Proceeding on a fiance visa in adjusting, they're not really going to ask for bona fide documents that you have accumulated since you've been here, unless they suspect that that marriage is no longer bona fide. So yes, they would ask for that. However, you are adjusting on the fiance visa. It's a straight adjustment, right? All right. So we have, if you got married, right, and if you divorced but you didn't remarry, you can still adjust. That's one of the benefits of this visa, right? Now, here we come to a big issue. I like to call it when people get frustrated with their partner, and what they do is write in this lovely, lovely letter to USCIS that they want to withdraw the petition. So I'll tell you this now, how you get stuck. If you came on that fiance visa, right, and having come on that fiance visa, if your spouse does nothing, you get married and he decides that he's not gonna file, you divorce him, you file for yourself, fine. If it is that he decides that he is going to go and he is going to withdraw your affidavit of support, right? That beautiful I-864, if he goes ahead and withdraws that affidavit of support, dog nyam your supper. Yeah? There's absolutely, you could divorce, file, he withdraws that affidavit of support, you cannot adjust, right? So these are some of the crucial things with this visa. All right. So someone says, good morning, Miss Antoinette. My daughter's I-601A got approved. She's unmarried and over 21. They say that she has to go back to Jamaica to do an interview in order to get her papers. Is this wise? If her I-601A is approved, I don't see an issue with her going back unless there are things in her background which did not come to the attention of USCIS. I've never had a problem with a client who has gone down on a provisional waiver, that's the I-601A, and them have an issue coming back. She says, I'm currently sick, and she's the main person that has been taking care of me. What do you suggest I do? I'm scared that they won't send her back. Well, if she doesn't go back, she doesn't get that green card. So she has to decide what is it that she's doing. Yeah. All right. So someone says here, all right, so as of April 1st, yes, the fees are going up. If you go back to my past video where I went through the fees, I gave a history of the fee changes, what it's going to cost for citizenship, what it's going to cost for the I-130. I don't have it in my head. I have the old fees in my head. But yes, it did go up. The citizenship didn't go up by much. The I-130 as well didn't go up by much. But yes, there is an increase. I do have it in a past video. So if you go to the channel and you watch that video, I think I called it roll call, or possibly the adjustment fees. There are two videos where I specifically address the monetary value of the forms. You can watch that and you'll be able to decipher what the fee is. Unfortunately, it's new and there's so much going on in this one little head. I don't have the new fees as yet, right? But definitely I made sure to do a video because I know this is going to affect our community and USCIS as well, and it's going to change as of April 1st. They have a fee calculator on their website, and right now if you do it, you're going to get the old fees. I encourage anyone who has an application to make, try and get it in before April 1st, especially as island people. We like to take a long time to do things. If money is an issue, I am going to encourage you, go ahead, submit your application so it reaches them by April 1st. If you know you are close to the April 1st deadline, then overnight it. Yeah. The post office sometimes, I find rarely, if for me, I have had issues with FedEx in the past. That's my main source of using a courier service. But I know if time is against me, I don't use FedEx. I go to the post office. So thank you for joining us this morning. We are, in fact, focusing on the Fiance visa. Don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to share it. And don't forget to subscribe. All right. So someone has posted, let's see something. Oh, they said, understandable, you do so much for us. Yeah, I can't keep all of the fees them in my head. And for some years now, the old fees, and I call it old because come April 1st is like your USCI has come top shelf now. Yeah, you like to pick up a top shelf man. Yeah, more money I run. Yeah, more money I run. All right, please and thanks. All right, so let's look at the spouse withdrawing the affidavit as support. Yeah, someone will come here on the two hype. Yeah, and me no know if I don't know how long for can people, when for can, I don't know when for do things. So, come now and start exalting yourself. You not reach nowhere yet. The fact that you come on the fiance visa, the fact that you pass CBP, I will tell anybody, especially you've gone to the embassy. For those, let's take the fiance visa out of this. You go to the embassy and you have gotten approved for the immigrant visa. And you start hype. You never pass CBP yet. Yeah? CBP is Customs Border and Patrol. They're the ones you're coming in at the airport, you're talking to them, right? You never pass CBP yet. You don't even speak to the immigration officer yet. And you start hype. You can't get turned back. Me don't know if nobody never tell you. Me I tell you this morning, we are shared with you. Because someone not understanding yourself. Wanna come and wanna hype on the people then. What you think them are gonna do? Yeah? All you pick up a crosses like me. Me to say it nah go work. Oh, no sir. Me no prolong foolishness. Me no know who have a girlfriend. She is the most understanding. No, Jaja. Me no know where she get her from. She come like I have a sister who is just like that. They are. I don't know if it's compassion. I don't know if it's being understanding. Girl like me call ya Yamed. You too and yeah Yamabella. Yeah Yamed. You not see this? No sir. Nah, crosses, nah, don't make me come out upon you. Humble yourself. You're not reach now where yet in our life. Most of me can't. The amount of injustice. Sometimes I'm sitting and I have a paralegal. He likes to say, professional. You have to be professional. I mean, I sit down. I mean, I hear some stories. Like the things that I have to sit and what some of my clients are enduring in their homes, especially when them appear the bills. Yeah? And just the other day, one of my clients came in. And this is the thing. I know for me personally, I like hustler. Yeah? I like man them who no matter what them a do, legally of course. Them are gonna do what them offer. Them nah sit down. Like I had two clients from Benin. And for people who don't know where Benin is, it's in Africa. And we just sit down. I watch my client. I watch her husband. I think to myself, say, girl, hey, my sister, is this, is this not top boy? Hey, this a man here. Oh God, people younger than me. I make me tell you, say this boy in, oh God, this boy was a dream. Eh? Man must in a like him 30s. Yo, boy, clean. Oh God. And him sit down and you can't look on him and know say him serious, The boy, him plan out him life. And sometimes when I pick out on a man on a offer, I say what is the plans? Not just for you as a person dating him, but you have to see if him have a plan for him life. And she come, cause he had stepped out. And me I sit down and we are talking, and she come on her phone and she said, Antoinette, look at the house he's building for us. Because people don't understand when you're married. It's no, anybody who is in a marriage and the person is talking, I, me, you're heading for a divorce. She says, look at the house he's building for us. Yeah, man. And we're waiting on the green card, and she wanted to go home so badly. And I said, you have such an urgent need. And prior to this, I really did not like filing for advance parole because when you're at the airport, I'm not there. But rather, I'm go at the interview and me and you and them sit down so I can have some level of control. When you go and you come, me don't know what got happen to you at the airport. And then she said to me, she's trying to get pregnant. And they do no matter how she did and she had tried, it not happen. So she wanted to go home because they do like some sort of ritual or whatever, some sort of cleansing of the body, right? So when me hear that, you know me five for advance, but no say you have to keep that boy. Me no, even though baby not keep man again, but me say this a boy, no girl. I'ma tell her, me say no girl. This a boy, yeah. I had a girlfriend, Jamaican, of course. And she said, Antoinette, we are husband clean. She said, Antoinette, me no then have to burn me out of the house here. You find crosses, man, and then you finally buck up on a good. She said, Antoinette, me no care. When the fire truck come, even then she nah left it. Anyway, make we move on and stop digress, cause we not waste your time, right? This is a what? And I'm 54. All right, so I might go like 10 minutes over this morning. Yeah, it rough. When you come on this visa, I want you to understand this. The purpose of this visa is you are a fiance. Some girl walk out a road and then don't have no title. Yeah, but I claim the man. Yeah. Well, some girl a fiance in a real life, them get the ring. Yeah, but even though me think that even as a fiance, you must hide until you get the paper. Yeah, you must turn wife. Yeah, cause some boy a trickster, Come have a virgin, him a trickster, a con artist. Me don't know where they get him from. Here's this gang in 9 years. Eh? She want marry, she want marry, she want marry. And one day, I say, you wicked, eh? This girl sit down in this house, I wash, cook, clean, and a queen for you, and you can't engage her. Lord Antoinette, stop pressure me. I shall put, is that her with belly? Yeah. And you can't marry the girl, and she sit down there. No, you don't good. But a year or two after, Antoinette me engage. So me happy now, because a girl ready. Yeah, one thing with me, I love weddings. No, sir. I don't think there is a wedding I have ever been invited to and I have not gone. Anybody know me? I love the nuclear family. I love weddings. I love marriage. I don't know what's going on in society today. I don't think these young people have much examples, and I am going to encourage you. This baby mother thing, no, it is something I detest. You must make the man them marry. I would give a cook cleaning and quinting for free. I would do that. No, sir. You need to wake up. Anyway, so Antoinette engaged. So me, my glad bag bus, cause me don't have my dress, me don't have my outfit. Me not care if it's a year. Okay, so I'm here waiting. It's been a year. It's been 2 years. A 5 year now, and me can't go a wedding. Some man not can. I don't know waste the people them girl picnic time. Crosses like me, my life for a long time. Anyway, you come on this fiance visa, make sure say them not can you. Make sure say the intent and the purpose is to marry. Because some girl will never see a pastor. Oh, not that. Oh, on a nice. No, sir. All right. You cannot change status to another visa when you come on this visa. So you have to make somebody know, say, don't waste your time. Don't make nobody make you come here and get stuck. Me personally, no, you have to come marry me. Me not want nobody trick me. Me no want nobody. Don't trick me. Me ignorant for you. Don't trick me. Yeah. So you come here and you book a fiance that has changed their mind. Nah. I don't want people end up in a police station. Me know someone. No. Yeah. And some people pack up their entire life for come to America. Yeah? And what's you never like you this little crosses while it beside you. Yeah, you don't walk out and the girl say I go a foreign. Yeah, make sure when you come a foreign, you're married and you can adjust your status. Yeah, well, nah, you know, yeah, you don't give away your clothes, you give away everything in our life. You sell your car, you resign your job. Ooh, what kind of stock business that? Do I look like a yamid? Hey, when you come on this visa, you can't change status. So don't think that, oh, I'm gonna change status. I'm gonna go to school and get a F1 visa, or I'm gonna go back to a visitor's visa. I'm gonna find an employer to it nah go work. And that is the reality of it. You cannot change status when you come on this visa. Don't make them trick you. Okay. The other hard part of it, I think years ago, I had this caller who said his sister came on the visa. And when she came, because especially tax time, and I think we had a dancehall artist who made a song, oh, Broke Foreigner. I think that was the song. So when tax time come, them reach a Jamaica, can them get them like a tax money and them a floss. But when them come here, them broke. Yeah? So when them reach home, them a trick people. Yeah? And me I tell you, one day, Lord Jesus. Anybody who know me in my personal life knows say me love East Indian and mango. Mango season my time, me get out. Yeah? Me get beaten for mango, me not care. I'm there at the airport now, right? And this man a chat me up. And it a go zing, straight in the other ear, zing, straight in the other ears. And the man go mention, oh, he have a East Indian mango tree. I mean, I tell you, because we never interested in the man. No. But the man go say, have a East Indian tree. And I have to hold on to my chair. And I say, no, sir, no, Antoinette. And the man a talk. So now me a pay attention now, because I couldn't tell you what I did I say before, right? But no, the man have me attention, because I talk say I have East Indian mango tree, right? And I say, where you say I live again? I'm not trying to calculate now. But really, I got to drive all the... No, girl. Because you see, it's a time when East Indian mango now beer. And kill me dead, the man saying tree of one mango. Jesus. Never hold on to me. No, sir. But no, I never. All right. So, make we go now. Let me make sure, say. Hold on 1 second. All right, trying to ensure. Someone said, and this is Joan Green. Joan is saying, good morning. I got a 4-year extension on my green card. Can I leave the US? All right. Now, here it is. If it is that you are removing, the people who get the 4-year extension on the green card is the people who had the conditional green card. That's a 2-year green card, and they are in fact looking to remove their conditions. Now, here's the trick. If it is when you add back the 4 years to your green card, right? You can still be in status. But let's say a green card expire like 2015 and you had failed to apply for the 10 years. So now you decide you're applying. It's now 2024. So when you get that 4-year extension now, you add that 4 years to your 2015 expired green card, that takes you to 2019. You couldn't travel now with that. What you have to do is you have to call USCIS. You have to request what is called an ADIT stamp, ADIT, an ADIT stamp. So your passport has to be valid for 6 months or more, right? Because that stamp is usually for a year. So the fact that you got the 4-year extension, you have to look at the expiration date on your green card, your 2-year green card, because you're going to add that 4 years to the expired date to see whether or not you are still valid, right? Caller, you are on the air.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Anthony.
Morning, darling.
Yeah, I would just like to ask 2 questions. I have a son in Jamaica. He was convicted in Barbados in 2011 for controlled substance. He did 3 years over there. Though he had tried to apply for a US visa, which he was denied.
Of course.
Do you think there is anything can be done?
All right. So in order to get your visa, you'd have to be eligible. Is someone who really ultimately would be eligible for citizenship. If he has a controlled substance offense, and controlled substances are weed, ganja, marijuana, that's one. You have coke, crack, cocaine, and whatever is on that list. If he has been convicted and he spent how long in prison?
Thing is that 27 months. He got 3 years, but he spent 27 months.
All right, so that tells me he had way more than 30 grams. The only controlled substance offense that's waivable is one single act of possession, 30 grams or less. So no, he is not going to get approved for that visa. Absolutely not. Because ultimately, if you filed for him, that green card would have been denied. All right. So no, that criminal conviction, unfortunately, is what is going to be his hindrance. All right. Okay, my darling. Take care. Bye. You know, I am sad when I am the bearer of bad news, but I have to be the bearer of honest news, right? Yeah. All right. So Ronald says citizenship in 1981 was $35. Woo! Wouldn't we love that? Morning, Pauline. Morning, Rosemary. Morning, Madge. Yeah. So, them the person there again, Ronald. That's all I can tell you. If you come on the fiance visa, there is no possibility for an extension of status as well. That's not going to work. I'm gonna wrap up with this whole fiance visa. What time now? Come on, I want to leave 10:06. Let me see if I can do this in 5 minutes. So I can release you. Yeah, everybody have to start. Probably have church or you go cook. Yeah, you know, to them feel like I'm gonna cook a little pudding. Anybody have bake today? Feel for a little potato pudding. All right. Now I'm gonna give you some examples. Oh, this visa. Oh, it's serious. Yeah. For the good girl out there who get to pick up a crisis, man, and you come on this fiance visa, I'm gonna tell you this, goody. It not gonna work when you left a fiance, go to a second spouse, and even if you're a victim of domestic violence by that second spouse, unfortunately, you can't even get VAWA. If the root of your application has absolutely nothing to deal with the fiance, right? The anchor that brought you here to the United States. Good girl, it not gonna work. Yeah, and same thing for the man then, because the men are fiancés too. This is an equal opportunity show. We love everybody, and at the same time, you step on my can, everybody I get floor. We are equal opportunity people. All right. So, what am I encouraging you to do? Get married within 90 days. You come on this visa. Unless you know, say, you really are going to get stuck here, or you just going to go home because this a personal crisis. Yeah? I mean, I blame you. Sometimes you really have to left somebody. You know, some people, hold on. Yeah, sometimes you really have to left people. Yeah, that's how I go sometimes. All right. Now, here, I want to remind people about this because this is the only reason. Yeah. This, to me, is like the most beneficial thing for a fiancé visa are the children. Love it. Love this visa because of it. Your child is over 18, you realize that if you get married, they are not going to qualify as a stepchild, right? Let's get real. So one of the advantage to this visa is let your fiance file for the visa, the fiance visa, and that child who is over 18 but under 21 comes as a K2 with you. And they're able to, as long as they enter the United States before their 21st birthday, they can adjust and get the green card. So be on your best behavior, my sister. Do not come to America for wahala. All right. Now, I'll tell you this. Let's take this call, and I'm going to wrap this up. Come and I'll jump in on your Sunday. Good morning, my love.
Hi, good morning. I just want to know if I filed for an 18-year-old child to sponsorship to come to the States for on a student visa. Is that child eligible to attend community college? Please. Thank you.
Okay, all right. I'll hang up and answer, my love. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. So if you file for someone, that child on their I-20, this is a document issued by the school to go with your application to immigration. It actually states the school that that child will be attending, right? So the I-20 is specifically geared to the named school. So if it is that you are seeking to sponsor the child so the child can go to a community college, then whatever school they have applied for, and I'm going to encourage them to apply for more than one school. If cost is a factor, yeah, you have excellent CUNY schools, City University of New York, and you have SUNY schools, which is the State University of New York. They are cheaper than the private schools. I know for me, I had an assistant and I said, you know, why? Because I just did a master's here. And I said to her, why is it that you went to community college? And it's something I even asked my cousin, right? Big up my cousin Marika. Good girl from Waterhouse. Anyway, I asked her, why would you do that? You know? And what they explained to me is when they went to the community college and then they transitioned to the four-year college, it ended up cheaper for them because the community colleges is way cheaper than the when you just go straight to the four-year college. And I think they spend approximately the same amount of time or possibly just a little additional. I don't know if it was like 6 months more, but cost-wise, this was a channel that was beneficial for them. And you don't know when I think I was 158 to 1 now when you did the conversion from the Jamaican to the US. Me see like it's what local elections are going right now. Everybody are come out in them colors. And I know. Is there going to be a benefit either way? Yeah, it is just amazing to me when you go to Jamaica and you see there's construction going on everywhere. Let's get real. We have 2 bedrooms, what I would call condo. Back home, them call it strata. That them I do. Yo, it's not a condo, it's a strata. So you have these 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom places, especially in Kingston. Hey, is this problem? I don't want problem. Oh. $40 million Jamaican dollars. So for the average Jamaican citizen, how them I gonna buy that? Who them a bill for? Let's get real. For the average Jamaican citizen, how do you afford this? But let me leave that there. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Amarilda say I need a good clean wife. Amarilda, may I tell you, now pick up no crosses, girl. You tell me no, the chat no good and clean, and can't reach out to Amarilda. Well, me know Amarilda, you know I am meeting no crosses from me show, so make me retract my word. Yeah, but in wrapping up with the fiance visa, it's a good visa to use, especially when it benefits children. Or I like to say, it is a good visa to use if you're not sure. Because when they come here and they're not sure, you just move on, go along. Yeah, you run. Simple. All right. So I'm not going to take any more of your Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to share. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see everybody next week, Sunday. God's willing, life sparing. Yeah, we're superstitious like that. I'm not ashamed to tell you. Grandmother picked me. All right, take care. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye.